Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events shaping our world. This meeting has raised eyebrows, especially given the upcoming midterm elections and the possibility of Democrats taking control of the House. According to reports, Jeffries did not acknowledge the meeting directly, but suggested that Democrats would need to work with Republicans to get any policies through the White House. However, many critics are questioning why Jeffries would meet with Kushner, given his controversial business dealings and role as a special peace envoy in various conflicts. Some are even calling for Jeffries to subpoena Kushner for a corruption investigation if Democrats regain control of the House. Speaker Mike Johnson downplayed the meeting, stating that Kushner is not directly involved in the Trump administration. However, this response has done little to alleviate concerns about the potential implications of such a meeting. As we continue to follow this story, it's essential to consider the complexities and potential motivations behind Jeffries' decision to meet with Kushner. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this develops and exploring different perspectives on the matter. For now, it's clear that this meeting has sparked intense debate and raised important questions about the future of bipartisan collaboration in Washington. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, where tensions continue to escalate. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has been vocal about his concerns regarding Russian aggression, and recently he expressed that holding elections in Ukraine during wartime would be a challenge. This statement comes as Ukraine faces significant economic and military pressures, including a substantial defense funding gap. In related news, Zelensky has also discussed the need for advanced air defense systems to protect Ukrainian airspace from Russian strikes. He mentioned agreements with France and Germany to supply these systems, which are crucial for Ukraine's defense. Meanwhile, Russia's President Vladimir Putin has warned that Ukraine's attacks on Russian economic targets have opened a Pandora's box, suggesting that such actions will lead to severe consequences. It's essential to consider the complexities of this conflict and the various perspectives involved. Both Ukraine and Russia have suffered losses, and the international community is closely watching the situation. As the conflict unfolds, it's crucial to rely on credible sources and avoid speculation. The economic implications of this war are also noteworthy, with Ukraine facing a significant funding gap for its defense efforts. The country is seeking support from its allies to address this challenge and ensure its military can continue to operate effectively. As we continue to follow this story, it's clear that the situation remains volatile, with both sides dug in and determined to achieve their objectives. We will keep monitoring developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Welcome back to Concrete Block. As we wrap up today's show, let's take a look at some news from the world of politics. A recent statement from Texas GOP Rep. Beth Van Duyne has sparked attention, where she expressed concerns over Senate Democratic nominee James Talarico's policies, stating that his views would kill Texas. Van Duyne's comments came during an interview on The Hill Sunday, where she described Talarico as a complete DSA candidate, referencing the Democratic Socialists of America. It's worth noting that Talarico has never been a member of the left-wing organization. This exchange highlights the intense debate and differing opinions within the political landscape. As we strive to provide balanced information, it's essential to consider multiple perspectives and evaluate the facts. Van Duyne's statement reflects the strong convictions held by many in the Republican Party, while Talarico's campaign likely sees his policies as beneficial for the state of Texas. As the election season unfolds, we can expect more discussions like this to emerge. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.